Hi guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are going to be doing my third Steelers mock draft. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Now, let's dive into it. Round 2, pick 49. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Antoine Winfield Jr., safety out of Minnesota. At 5'10", 205 pounds, Winfield ran a 4.45 40-yard dash at the combine with a 36-inch vertical. Some of his pros are his ball skills. He had 7 interceptions this past season at Minnesota, his forced fumbles, his deep zones, and his man coverage. Some of his cons, though, are his size at only 5'10", finishing tackles, and his injury concerns. He was injured for a decent amount of his freshman and sophomore seasons. Moving on to the role that Antoine Winfield Jr. would play in the Steelers' defense. He would come into Pittsburgh as an upgrade to Terrell Edmunds at strong safety, who has proven that he's not a starting caliber safety in the NFL. This would also provide depth behind free safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. This allows the back end of your secondary to become more flexible. And I would move Edmunds to the dime linebacker in sub packages. The Steelers would run it a lot of the time. Minkah can then be moved around at cornerback or in the box, and Winfield can also play in the box at times. This is really just a very good move for Pittsburgh that allows them to get a lot more flexible in their defense. Moving on to round 3, pick 102. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Tyler Beede, interior offensive lineman, Wisconsin. He stands at 6'4" and 313 pounds. Some of his pros are his run blocking, his double teams, and his footwork. Some of his cons, though, are his pass blocking, his average power, and his balance. Beede would probably move over to offensive guard and start right away over Stefan Wisniewski at Ramon Foster's vacated spot. I think that he could be a very useful asset to the Steelers because he's very flexible, being able to play guard or center in case Marquise Pouncey gets hurt. I think that this is a fantastic pick for the Steelers. Round 4, pick 124. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Harrison Bryant, tight end out of Florida Atlantic. At 6'5", 243 pounds, Harrison Bryant ran a 4.73 40-yard dash and had a 32.5-inch vertical. Some of his pros are his route running, his blocking, and his contested catching ability, but some of his cons are he has the occasional drop, his release, and he needs to gain some weight if he wants to play tight end at the next level. I know that the Steelers signed Eric Ebron in free agency, but I think they should still draft the tight end just in one of the later rounds this time. I think that the Steelers should draft a tight end because Vance McDonald isn't an elite second option, and also apart from Zach Gentry, the Steelers literally have no other tight end on the roster, and Zach Gentry isn't exactly a tight end that you want to put on the field very much during the games. And there's a lot of 3 tight end sets that could be run by Pittsburgh, and I really think that this is a value pick. Round 4, pick 134. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Tyler Johnson, wide receiver from Minnesota. At 6'1", 206 pounds, Tyler Johnson is a big body receiver. Some of his pros are he was very productive in college, he's great at contested catches, he's very strong, and is very physical. Some of his cons, though, are his release off the line of scrimmage, his speed, his route running, and his elusiveness. Personally, even though the Steelers aren't particularly weak at wide receiver, I think the Steelers have to take advantage of this crazy deep wide receiver class at least a little bit if they want to come out on top at the end of this draft. Round 6, pick 198. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Kaleo Davis, defensive tackle out of Nebraska. At 6'1", 308 pounds, Kaleo Davis was a stud at the combine, running a 4.75 40-yard dash with 32 bench press reps. Some of his pros are his quick first step, mobility, and speed rushing skills. Some of his cons, though, are his length, power rushing ability, and elite run stopping skills. I think that this would be a good pick for the Steelers because even though after pickups like Chris Wormley and XFL players, I think that the Steelers still are weak at defensive line and should just pick him up to see if he can try to make the 53-man roster. Round 7, pick 232. The Pittsburgh Steelers select Kindle Vildor, cornerback, Georgia Southern. At 5'10", 191 pounds, Kindle Vildor rocked the combine with a 4.44 40-yard dash and a 39.5-inch vertical leap. Some of his pros are that he's athletic and great at man coverage. Cons, though, are his reluctance to tackle, inconsistency in zone, and run support. I think that this would be a great pickup for the Steelers because I think it's great value at the pick and great cornerback depth. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And until next time.